Most people have heard of antioxidants like vitamin C, but your body's real master antioxidant is something you make every single day, inside nearly every cell. It's called glutathione. And here's the twist: swallowing a glutathione pill doesn't automatically mean your cells get more of it. In this video, you'll learn what glutathione actually is, what it does in plain English, what truly helps your body make more of it, and when supplements might make sense versus when food and daily habits do the heavy lifting. You'll also get one simple change you can start today that supports your glutathione system without buying anything. Quick safety note up front: if you take medications, you're pregnant, you have a chronic condition, or you're considering supplements or IV treatments, talk with a qualified clinician first. Natural can still interact with your health and your meds. Let's make this simple. Think of glutathione like a tiny, rechargeable cleaning crew inside your cells. It helps neutralize chemical sparks called free radicals, recycles other antioxidants so they can keep working, and supports your liver's detox system, meaning your body's normal process of turning certain substances into forms you can safely eliminate. Glutathione isn't a vitamin you must eat. It's a small molecule your body builds from 3 amino acids, basically protein building blocks: cysteine, glycine, and glutamate. So what does it actually do for you day to day? Mechanism number 1, antioxidant defense. Your cells constantly produce oxidative stress as a normal part of life. You make energy in your mitochondria, you exercise, you fight infections, you're exposed to pollution, alcohol, smoke, certain medications, even just normal aging. Oxidative stress is basically too many sparks for the cleaning crew. Glutathione helps neutralize those sparks so they don't damage cell membranes, proteins, and DNA. Mechanism number 2, recycling other antioxidants. When vitamin C or vitamin E does its job, it can become used up. Glutathione helps recycle them back into active form. So glutathione isn't just one antioxidant, it helps keep the whole antioxidant network running. Mechanism number 3, detox support. Your liver uses glutathione in pathways that help process certain byproducts, medications, and environmental compounds. This isn't a magical cleanse, it's normal physiology. Glutathione is one of the tools your body uses to package things up so you can excrete them through bile or urine. Now, do you make glutathione naturally? Yes, but production isn't unlimited. Your ability to make and recycle glutathione can drop when you're low in protein, when you're chronically stressed or sleep deprived, when your diet lacks certain micronutrients, when you drink a lot of alcohol, when you smoke, and in some illnesses where inflammation and oxidative stress are higher. Aging also tends to reduce glutathione status in many people. And here's a key practical idea. For many people, the bottleneck isn't more glutathione as a product. The bottleneck is having enough of the raw materials and the lifestyle signals that tell your body it's safe to invest in repair. So what can you do in real life? Start with food and habits that support your glutathione system. You don't need exotic superfoods. You need enough protein and enough sulfur-containing foods, because cysteine, the sulfur-containing amino acid, is often the limiting piece. A simple daily target for protein for many adults is roughly 1.0 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of body weight per day, depending on age, activity, and goals. That's about 0.45 to 0.73 grams per pound. If you want a no-math shortcut, aim for 25 to 40 grams of protein per meal, 2 to 3 times a day, adjusting for your size and appetite. Examples: 2 to 3 eggs plus yogurt, 150 grams of chicken or tofu, a can of sardines, a big bowl of lentils, or whey or soy protein in a smoothie. Then add sulfur-rich and glutathione-supportive foods. Cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, cauliflower, and kale contain compounds your body uses to upregulate antioxidant enzymes. Try 1 to 2 cups cooked, or 2 to 3 cups raw most days. Alliums like garlic and onions also help. Aim for at least 1 serving daily, even if it's just a couple cloves of garlic or a half onion cooked into your meal. Other supportive foods: legumes, nuts and seeds, and selenium-rich foods. Selenium helps certain antioxidant enzymes work properly. Brazil nuts are famous here, but they're potent. One Brazil nut a day is often enough for many people. You don't want to overdo it. Seafood, eggs, and meats can also provide selenium, along with zinc, which supports many repair processes. And don't ignore vitamin C. Vitamin C doesn't become glutathione, but it supports the antioxidant network. A practical goal is 2 servings of fruit and 2 to 3 servings of vegetables daily. Think 1 citrus fruit or kiwi and a bell pepper or berries. Now, the one specific change you can make today, no supplement required, build a glutathione plate for 1 meal. Pick 1 protein, 1 cruciferous vegetable, and 1 vitamin C source. For example, 150 grams of salmon, 1 to 2 cups of roasted broccoli with garlic, and a kiwi or orange. Or tofu stir-fry with broccoli and red bell pepper. Do that once today, and you've supported the raw materials in the signaling pathways that help your body maintain its own glutathione. What about supplements? This is where reality matters. Glutathione itself can be taken orally, but it's a peptide, and digestion can break it down. Some studies suggest certain oral forms can still raise markers of glutathione status in the body, but results are mixed and depend on the form, dose, and the person. In everyday terms, oral glutathione might help some people, but it's not guaranteed, and it's often not the most efficient first step. If supplements make sense, many clinicians start by supporting your body's own production. The best-known precursor supplement is NAC, N-acetylcysteine, which provides cysteine. Another option is glycine, especially in people with low protein intake or older adults. Some people use a combination of glycine plus NAC. There are also specialized glutathione forms, like liposomal glutathione, which packages it in fat-like particles, and S-acetylglutathione, which is designed to be more stable. These may improve absorption for some people, but they can cost more. Typical oral glutathione supplemental amounts you'll see are in the range of 250 to 1,000 milligrams per day. NAC is often used around 600 to 1,200 milligrams per day, sometimes split into 2 doses. Those are general ranges, not personalized medical advice. Timing is usually flexible. Some people take them with food to reduce stomach upset. Others take them away from high-protein meals, depending on tolerance. If you try any of these, consistency for several weeks matters more than the time of day. Absorption tips and quality markers. Look for third-party testing when possible, clear labeling of the exact form, and avoid products that make big disease treatment promises. For liposomal products, check that they specify the amount of active ingredient per serving, not just liposomal blend. For NAC, be cautious if you have sensitive digestion. It can cause nausea in some people. Realistic costs. Basic NAC is often one of the more affordable options, while liposomal and specialty glutathione forms can be noticeably pricier per month. If your budget is tight, food and habits can give you a bigger return. What enhances or blocks your glutathione status? Smoking and heavy alcohol use are big blockers. Poor sleep is a sneaky one. If you regularly get under 6 hours, your repair systems don't keep up. Aim for 7 to 9 hours for most adults. Regular exercise helps, but there's a sweet spot. Moderate exercise boosts your antioxidant defenses over time. Extreme overtraining without recovery can increase oxidative stress. Think 150 minutes a week of moderate cardio plus 2 days of strength training. Then adjust based on how your body feels. Now, who might actually need to pay special attention to glutathione? Signs of low glutathione aren't a neat checklist because they overlap with many things, but patterns that can suggest your antioxidant defenses are under strain include persistent fatigue, slow recovery from workouts, frequent getting run down, brain fog, and higher sensitivity to environmental triggers like smoke or strong odors. Again, those symptoms have many possible causes, so don't self-diagnose. Use them as a reason to look at basics and talk with a clinician. Risk groups include people who smoke, people who drink heavily, people with very low protein intake, older adults, and people with chronic inflammatory conditions. Also, if you're frequently exposed to pollution, solvents, or certain workplace chemicals, your glutathione system may be working harder. Here's a simple self-assessment you can do right now. Over the past week, count how many days you hit all three: a solid protein source at least twice a day, at least one serving of cruciferous veggies, and at least 2 servings of vitamin C-rich fruits or veggies. If that number is under 3 days, your first step is not a supplement. Your first step is consistency with food. What labs can you discuss with your doctor? Direct glutathione testing exists, but it's not routine, and results vary by how the sample is handled. More practical discussions often include basic liver enzymes, markers of inflammation depending on your situation, and nutrient status like vitamin B12, folate, iron studies, vitamin D, and sometimes selenium or zinc if deficiency is suspected. Another marker doctors sometimes look at is GGT, gamma-glutamyl transferase, which can reflect liver and oxidative stress context, especially alongside lifestyle factors. The point isn't chase a glutathione number. The point is to check the systems that influence it. Let's make this personal with a few real-world personas. Persona 1, the budget eater. You want benefits without expensive powders. Your plan is simple. 3 times a week, use a cheap protein staple: eggs, canned sardines, canned salmon, chicken thighs, or lentils. Add frozen broccoli or cabbage because frozen is often cheaper and just as useful. Add a vitamin C source like oranges, frozen berries, or bell peppers when they're on sale. A budget glutathione bowl could be lentils with sautéed cabbage and onions, plus a piece of fruit. You're covering protein, sulfur compounds, and antioxidant support for a few dollars. Persona 2, the vegan or mostly plant-based eater. You can support glutathione very well, but you must be intentional about protein and certain nutrients. Aim for 25 to 35 grams of protein at least twice a day using tofu, tempeh, edamame, lentils, chickpeas, and a quality soy or pea protein powder if needed. Use cruciferous veggies daily and don't skip alliums like garlic and onions. Make sure your B12 is covered and consider discussing iron, zinc, and selenium with a clinician. If supplements come into play, some vegans explore NAC as a cysteine source, but don't do it blindly if you have medical conditions or take medications. Someone with a chronic health condition in a full medication list. For you, the goal is not mega-dosing antioxidants. The goal is safe, steady support, consistent protein, colorful produce, sleep, and gentle exercise. If you're undergoing cancer treatment or have complex autoimmune disease, don't add glutathione, NAC, or high-dose antioxidant supplements without your oncology or specialty team. In some settings, antioxidants might interfere with certain therapies, and in other settings, they might be used carefully. This is exactly why you loop in your clinician. Now, the evidence reality check. What's strong? It's strongly supported that glutathione is essential in human biology and that diet, sleep, exercise, alcohol, smoking, and nutrient status influence oxidative stress in the body's antioxidant systems. It's also well supported that providing the building blocks, especially cysteine, can raise glutathione in many contexts, which is why precursors like NAC are used clinically for specific indications. What's mixed? Oral glutathione supplementation. There are small human studies where people take oral glutathione for weeks to months, and researchers measure changes in blood markers or oxidative stress markers. Some show improvements, some show modest changes, some show little difference. Often these studies involve a few dozen participants and run roughly 4 to 12 weeks, sometimes longer. Different forms and doses make results hard to compare, so the honest takeaway is oral glutathione may help some people, but it's not a guaranteed shortcut. What's early or uncertain? Big promises like glutathione will detox you, reverse aging, erase disease, or guarantee skin lightening safely. especially the skin whitening trend with IV glutathione. That's not a casual wellness choice. IV therapy carries real risks like allergic reactions, infection, and dosing issues, and the long-term safety for cosmetic use is not well established. If someone is selling it as risk-free, that's a red flag. Now let's talk safety and interactions. Most common side effects from oral glutathione, or NAC, are digestive: nausea, bloating, gas, and sometimes diarrhea. Headache and skin rash are less common but possible. NAC can have a noticeable sulfur smell, and some people simply don't tolerate it. Medication interactions that matter. If you take blood thinners, have bleeding disorders, or take medications where your clinician has warned you about supplement interactions, ask before starting. If you take nitroglycerin or similar heart medications, NAC can sometimes amplify effects like headache or low blood pressure in some people, so that's a clinician conversation. If you have asthma, inhaled glutathione has been reported to trigger bronchospasm in some cases, and even oral supplements should be approached carefully if you have reactive airways. And if you're on chemotherapy or radiation, don't start antioxidant supplements without your oncology team because the timing and context can matter. Special populations. Pregnancy and breastfeeding are a food-first situation unless your clinician recommends otherwise, because supplement safety data is limited. Older adults may benefit greatly from focusing on protein, resistance training, and sleep, which support many repair systems, including glutathione. People with liver or kidney disease should not self-prescribe high-dose supplements. Dosing and monitoring should be individualized. Red flags to stop and seek help: swelling of the lips or face, hives, trouble breathing, severe dizziness, chest pain, fainting, black stools, or any severe or rapidly worsening symptoms after starting a supplement or IV treatment. And if you start something new and your asthma worsens, stop and get medical advice. Quick myth-busting lightning round. Myth 1. You can detox faster by megadosing glutathione. Your body detoxes through organs and enzymes, not through one miracle pill, and too much of anything can backfire. Myth 2. If a product says liposomal, it automatically works better. Liposomal can help some compounds, but quality and dose still matter, and results still vary. Myth 3. Glutathione is only for sick people. Your body uses it every day. The real question is whether you're supporting your natural production with the basics. Let's wrap this up in a simple recap. Glutathione is your body's built-in cellular cleaning crew. You make it from protein building blocks, and it helps with antioxidant defense, recycling other antioxidants, and normal detox pathways. The biggest levers for most people aren't fancy supplements. They're consistent protein, cruciferous veggies, vitamin C-rich produce, good sleep, and not overdoing alcohol or smoking. Supplements may help in some cases, especially precursors like NAC, but the evidence for oral glutathione is mixed, and you should keep expectations realistic. And safety matters too, especially with medications, pregnancy, asthma, and cancer treatment. Your one action today: build one glutathione-supporting meal. Protein plus a cruciferous veggie plus a vitamin C source. Do it once today, then aim to repeat it most days this week. Have you ever tried glutathione or NAC? And if you did, what did you notice, if anything? Or are you planning to focus on food and habits first? Share your experiences in the comments and let us know what supplement you would like to learn about next.